Hello everyone, welcome to round 6 of the Lotus Challenge Class L Championship of 2023. We are at Aldo Scribante Raceway, our third and final away race of the season. Everyone is very excited to race here since it's a new track for most of the class. The weather looks great for race day apart from a fair bit of wind to make things interesting. Enjoy the show.
But this sucks, man.
Lotus Challenge has been absolutely spectacular at every single circuit we've been to. We haven't been down here in a long time. Sean, you're expecting a big fight there in Class L, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's pretty close, eh? If it was anything like at Swartkorps, where the first 10 were covered by 1 second, and looking at the times today, guys are all there, all going to be covered by about 1.5 seconds.
You had to come from the back a little bit in that first heat. A bit of a challenge to get through there on the short track. Same thing applies here.
Yeah, this isn't a very easy track to overtake. There's only a couple of spots into the hairpin maybe and onto the straight. So yeah, let's hope that we don't end up at the back and fight like last time and have a clean race.
Andy, from your side, what's your plans?
Well, obviously my main objective this weekend to keep it on the black stuff, and I'm hoping to be up there with the guys. I fell back a little bit at Swartkorps, but I've put up some pretty good times today. The track is excellent, the car's running well, so yeah, just to keep it together and have a good start and a good finish.
Davide, fight was good last time. Sure, you are right in the thick of it. Looking forward to it happening again?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this track. It's very flowing. It's the first time I'm driving here, and yeah, I think it's going to be good for the Lotus, and hopefully we can all put the cars back on the trailer in one piece.
That's the plan, isn't it?
Always.
Well, good luck, Jensen. Have a good one.
Thank you very much.
So just some needed track repairs up at the hairpin after we saw Dean Ross hit the tyre barrier up at the hairpin. But it's now time to get the Lotus Challenge onto the circuit, and the TLR are now in full effect. Let's see whether they can put that plan together now, as we've got the boys from Rand Francisco Fontaine out front. It's Rand Fontaine's Rudy Barnard and Mackie Adlam, who will be alongside each other, teammates, brothers in arms, and of course fighting hard now for honours in what is going to be the first heat of TLR, the Lotus Register Lotus Challenge here this weekend. So it's a big fight expected, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing some great action, as we always do out of Lotus Challenge. They are looking forward to getting onto track now to fight it out with the front end of Class B. And the front end of Class B will also include JP Nokia and Andre Himon. And you've got, of course, Andrew Keniston, I beg your pardon, there in Class B. Sean Hepburn leads out the Class L contingent ahead of Andy Fulton. And then it's Miles Downard and Andre Duplessis. Neil Hodgson, Jean de Toy, Davide Favo, Barry Dunford, Ben Knights, and Len Henry Goby will make up the back end of Class L in that 16 cars about to go to battle. If they can find the board, there we go. And 30 seconds will go to 5. And time for our COC Leloid to make his way off the track and get ready for those lights to go out and for us to go racing. Is it going to be Barnard or Adlam down towards turn 1? Watch for the drop off the line now. Lights out, here we go, down towards turn 1. Good start from Adlam. He gets a slight advantage on the start there over his brother in arms. And it looks like he is going to lead things out down towards turn 1. Yes, a bit of chopping and changing as well. As JP Nokia has gone to second, looking for third. And around the outside, start there as well, coming from a couple of big Class L competitors. Andy Fulton and Miles Downard looking for a way to get through there on Sean Hepburn. But it is Mackie Adlam who leads out into the S's in Class B for the first time. Over there, Favo fighting hard. Hepburn a little bit out of shape. He's at the back end. Oh! And there is some big action as we got two cars sliding there. I was going to say Hepburn looked like he got out of shape coming into the S's, and he did. He might have come together there with one of the Class L competitors. I'm not quite sure who it was. It was one of the black cars. So it's not the 5-2 machine as we go through there of Andy Fulton. Fulton looks like he's been able to stay out of harm's way there. Rudy Barnard's joined the party. Ben Knights is out. Look at that. Front right is broken. Front left is broken. And back rear, the rear right is completely broken on that car. Possibilities of a safety car, I think, going to be required. We've got some broken Lotuses out on circuit. The low tires are falling by the wayside here, left, right and centre. There's two of them that are stricken in quite dangerous areas depending on whether or not they can get them out of harm's way there. So having a look at how they came through there, yeah, Hepburn is definitely one of the cars that was involved. If I look down there as well, possibilities that it's Barry Dunford who's involved. They've gone past where the cars have been worked on, so there'll be yellow flags waving there to warn the drivers that there is work being done on the side by some of the marshals. Whether or not that's going to be the case, we'll wait and see as they come now to the Hepburn. And yes, eventually the red flag gets called and brought onto the track, and that'll just slow everybody down. Drop the laps down a little bit here. So if I look at it, that is Andy Fulton who made it through. And looking there as well, the 5-1 car of Tinus Boertes has survived. Ben Knights is definitely one of the cars who's in problems there. You can see he's out the car and on the sideline. He was involved in a big incident here into the S's between about 4 or 5 Lotus Challenge competitors. Both drivers giving the thumbs up there and saying they're okay, relatively unharmed. Then we've got Hepburn. He's in that mid-pack, but there's about to be a spin ahead there on Hepburn. Then you see Favo. That's Davide Favo in the white car, the 46 machine. Round the outside, that's Dunford, I think, in the 55 car. He gets onto the marbles. He loops out, but already in front of him is a crash there between, that's the 21 car of Andre Himon. So it's actually Andre Himon, the back end of Class B, and the front end of Class L that came together. I think Hepburn gets going again, but then as you see him pull away, look at the front end of that car, literally on the sideline. He's definitely out. Look at that front end on the left-hand side and the back end on the right. His car possibly being tagged by APWS and Elite Racing. That's Hepburn. That's definitely Sean Hepburn pulling to the side. Yeah, that's Hepburn out. Bit of nuts. So I was right on those two. They were parked on the sideline and out of their cars. Hope you've enjoyed all the action so far. Jumping in here, I know that there's some serious. Can we get a clean start this time from Mackie Adlam again? It's a good start from Adlam. Remember, he's on the cleaner line, so might have a little bit more traction on that cleaner wheel between the two Red Francisco Fontaine boys. And everybody else gets through there unscathed. Fortunately, this time staying on track by the looks of it. Hodgson diving through there with Downard, trying to find a way through early on, getting the lead of Class L. I think that might be in the hands of Andy Fulton. Fulton might be leading out Class L as Adlam leads out Class B. JP Nokia's in third place, pulling slightly away there from Kenniston. We got 9 to go, so they've brought it back to 10 laps completely again as they cross the line and complete that first lap of 10. It's Himon from Kenniston. Yeah, Fulton leading out Class L. And then just behind it are the two lime green machines. You see just slightly different livery on those two, but they are stablemates, those. Kenniston L is led out by that man, Andy Fulton. Then it's the 16 machine of Nick Hodgson. And Hodgson looking for a chance now to take on his stablemate there for the Singular Systems and Elite Racing team. Nice run there from the two of them. The fight is certainly going very much into the hands of either Rudy Barnard or Mackie Adlam with the demise yesterday of Thomas Faulkner. Class L, that's your top 3. A good run there from Fulton. And he chatted to us before the race saying he was looking forward to being at the circuit and doing a clean run of it. That's what he's doing right now ahead of Downard and Hodgson. Into the hairpin. Oh, did Andy Fulton make a mistake? He has. He's made a slight mistake and it's allowed Hodgson through. Oh! JP loses out to Adlam in Dunlop around the outside, and then to Barnard into turn 1. Also, Mackie Adlam, 6-time V8 Supercar champion there in Adlam. Oh, here comes Andy Fulton back at Downard. Andy wants to get ahead of these two elite boys. They definitely want to change things up there. The Singular Systems and Elite Racing boys are fighting with the Elite Racing and MMG Ford machine. And here comes Fulton, and he's through. Great move there from Andy Fulton. Later on the brakes around the outside into turn 1 in there from Adlam Auto Racing's point of view. Slipstream City here for Downard. Hodgson are going to try and do the same thing. They pull out. They've got to go around the outside. 2 Trailer Park girls looking around the outside there from the Singular Systems team. One gets through. One has to tuck in behind. Sees him coming. Shuts the door. Round the outside go the 2 Trailer Park girls from Singular Systems. No. This time, Andy Fulton's better on the brakes. There is Hodgson on the inside of his teammate. Fulton's going to hang on. Drag race between the Singular Systems cars. No, they're going to finish line astern. Lead Racing 1, 2, 3 in the Class L's. But it's Fulton ahead of his 2 stablemates there. Downard and Hodgson. What a run to the line there from them. And that brings us to the end of our first heats of racing for today.
I managed to win that one, I took a first there. Yeah,
nice.
Absolutely.
I didn't want you slipstreaming me.
Yeah, no, I saw that, but yeah, it did help. Thank you.
Nick, how was your race?
A good race this for race 1. Remember, it's only race 1, not race 2 done just yet. But started in 5th, and yeah, we had a red flag. As you can see behind me, there's all sorts of repair work going on, so lots of uprights and things being changed. I was able to profit a little bit off the carnage, make up a few places, and get a good start on the restart as well. And yeah, then ended up in 2nd. Had an incredible Titanic battle with Andy, but Andy just pipped me over the line, so he took first for race 1. But yeah, happy with the 2nd place. I'll take that, and I think possibly still to be confirmed lap record, but we'll see.
Good luck for the 2nd race.
Thank you.
Me, I'm thinking an accident is not the right thing to do in a race because you've got a lot of work to do to prep for the next one.
Was this the coming together with Ben?
Yeah, basically I spun going into turn 3 because I never saw the accident ahead of Ben.
Okay.
And Ben slammed on brakes, so I took evasive measures to go wide into the marbles, and then I saw the incident with Andre and Sean. They were stationary in the corner, and I tried to turn the car in to avoid them, and being on the marbles I lost control of the rear end, and that was me. So I spun, got it under, stopped the car, and Ben came through. The front of his car missed me, but the rear end of his car got hold of me. So his rear tire sort of like kissed my front tire.
Okay.
And unfortunate incident, but yes.
Well, good luck for the 2nd race.
Thank you,
Good luck in
sir.
your preps.
Much appreciated.
3. It's Ben. Go fetch that thing of yours. Go fetch that thing of yours and another jug.
Well, we saw some big action in the first heats, that's for sure, in the Lotus Challenge, and I think we're going to see more of the same here in the 2nd one at Aldo Scribante. So JP Nokia with a slight advantage there off the line. He might be able to use that advantage down towards turn 1, and if he does, he may be able to hang on to the lead and take the fight to Mackie Adlam. Adlam got a good start though. He got off the line nicely, but it is JP Nokia who leads down into turn 1. Adlam right on his tail. Kinniston side by side there with Tinas Buertas as they head towards turn 1. It is Andy Fulton who gets the whole shot ahead of Davide Fabo. Around the outside, watching for the second of those lead racing machines to come through there, and that would be Nick Hodgson and Downard. Of course, the two teammates there. And it looks like they've sandwiched somebody in there. Just watching in the background, that is the 5.5 machine, not the 57 car. One Hepburn might have been able to get back on track. Getting the two Seans mixed up there. Sorry about that one, Shawnee. So Hepburn looks like he might be in the attack again. A little bit of problems coming out of the Hepburn there for Kynaston. He's now fallen into the clutches of the Class L battle. As we go into Dunlop corner, it's an attack coming from Mackie Adlam. Two of them were literally almost side by side as they crossed the line. And then that second pack head down towards turn 1. Led out by Kynaston right now, but he's got some hard charging Class L competitors in those low cost chassis all over the back of him. So of course, as they come through, well, Barney's is on the side of his teammate's car. Of course, that's Rudy Barnard, who was unable to make it through there, unfortunately, to get that engine fixed in time for race 2. How's this though? On the outside, that is Andre Duplessis trying to find the way through there on Hodgson. Hodgson trying to close in on his teammate. Tinus Buertes is in amongst those Class L competitors as well now. So we've got 2 Class B competitors and the rest is all Class L, fighting it out with the remaining Class B survivors. Mackie Adlam with the fastest lap on that last pass. Already down into the 108s. We saw 7s coming out, in fact 109, I beg your pardon. We saw 7s coming out of these cars, out of the Lotus 7s in the first heat. So expect those lap times to come down as we get into the thick of it and those tyres get up to optimum race temperature. Adlam leads out over Nokia, Kynaston, and then it's, oh, what a run there from Andrew Fulton. And he's having such an awesome run here this weekend. Tucked in behind Kynaston, heading towards the hairpin. Class chassis in Class L all fighting hard. Downard leads them out. And he's got Tinus Buertes in the mix there as well in one of the Class B cars. Just getting in the way there slightly of Davide Favo. Miles Downard behind that, and Downard under a bit of pressure, as you can see. And around his outside goes Andre Duplessis. So Duplessis moves up 1 place and slots up into now 8th place ahead of Miles Downard. 10th overall is Hepburn. I don't know what the issue there on Sean Hepburn's car was after that big spin, and a couple of cars touched each other coming into the S's in the first couple of laps of race 1. Category he's raced in the past. You could always spot his cars from a mile away. Tinus Buertes under attack now from Hodgson. Favo on the tail, looking to try and use the chance to get through. And it's so close between them. Fulton crosses the line. Here come the rest. Buertes, Favo, Hodgson, Hepburn and Downard. Hepburn side by side with Downard in towards turn 1. Sean Hepburn is going to move himself up into the top 4 in Class L. So a nice recovery here from Sean Hepburn. He runs a little bit earlier on the brakes than Hodgson and Downard were able to do. So Downard gets back at him. Hepburn now with Jean de Toy on his tail. Here comes the leader of Class L. Second place in Class L is not that car. That's Tinus Buertes. He's 4th in Class B. The car right behind him with Davide Favo and Nick Hodgson. Tinus Buertes is now closed in on Andy Fulton. We're going to try and make it the first 4 cars from Class B out front if he can get ahead of Fulton. Favo trying to get ahead of Downard or Hodgson. Trying to drive around the outside. That's not going to happen. Watch for the cut back up towards Dunlop corner. He's got the cut back, but of course outside line is the ideal line to be on. And he's not going to be able to drive around the outside of Dunlop, that's for sure. So he slots in behind and just line astern across the start-finish line again to want this pass. Speaking of passes, here they come. 3 by 3 towards turn 1. Favo on the outside, and he's going to get around the 2 lead boys. Yes, he does. And is that down and around Hodgson too? Andy Fulton. He's got Tinus Buertes behind him. He'll be 4th in Class B. And eventually it's Davide Favo who comes across the line for 2nd place in Class L Ahead of Downard and Hodgson, Jean de Toy, and Sean Hepburn.
What are we going to say something?
Yeah, how was race 2?
Race 2 was epic. This guy is mega to be on track with. I can tell you now, it's one magic oak to be on track with. Just when his car brake tractions, then I start having a bit of a moment.
No, we were like there was a piece of paper between us the whole time.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was super cool.
It was incredible.
I don't know if we kissed again, but yeah, I don't know.
We could have. I didn't notice anything.
No, I don't know.
But yeah, we were nose to tail the whole time. There may as well
When
be
the
a
camera
turnaround.
stops, I'll tell you a secret.
Okay.
We had a good start, good teamwork, and I managed to just to stay with the bees for a little while, which helped me that little bit extra for a nice decent tow. And the track was good, tires were good, weather was good, so we just kept it on the black stuff and moved forward.
Thanks, and Ben.
I must say, for me, it's been a mixed weekend. The car's not been well. We had a clutch issue, followed by a gearbox issue, followed by a minor crash. But flip the low-cost guys just all climbed in. I mean, there were times when I couldn't actually get to my car for the number of people working on it, and managed to be involved in both races. Finished the second race. I mean, it wasn't quick.